way I move like I'm nameless. Cause I only come for the money bags and I don't really wanna be famous, man. You know what's up. You know what's up. You know pretend. You know the lie. You know the game.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Throwing first play is Lance. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
But he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
On play action, Lance. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. As a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close. More than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Throwing now is Lance. Sideline. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 27 yards there, a first down. Now Lance. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And they're going to get this up to midfield. The Lions had a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they coming off their very first loss in the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins and take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. And Lance going to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 11. Fields now to throw. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. McCaffrey on the counter. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him in for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the 1st down.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the 1st quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. A shotgun snap, Fields. Being chased out left. And the pressure gets to him again. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their 1st drive out defensively. And we've got to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback, maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's got room. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down. I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Lance now on 3rd and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Trey Lance with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Fields. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Nate Hobbs. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards on the play. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal as he's inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And for a 2nd straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. And here's Trenton Gill on to punt. Pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. It's been a good 1st half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. The 71 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And now they'll throw with Lance. This will be caught at about the 6. And the Lions are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And
he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great play there. With his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Lions take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 21-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
From the 31, Fields. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how anytime you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Now let's make this simple. Anyone who plays...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Lions are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. So now, Charles, this drive may be a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out. Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Lions open the lead up to 34-0. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 14 yards in a Chicago first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try to put some points on the board.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
To throw is Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster in the first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot. Pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
One play action. Fields. He's got a man. It's his fullback. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
So that one a disaster. A big loss there with second down coming up. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. In that play, it wound up losing yardage.
And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
They bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's taken to the 26. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Throwing on first down is Lance. Finding Hockenson here on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Rolling to his right. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down. Working from the gun, Lance. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably going out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlet. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game was on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Play action. It's Fields. That's complete to Joe. Now the ball comes loose, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Escaping the pressure right. And they finally catch up to him and take him down. Jeez, where was he going? A huge loss there. Not the first down play they wanted by any stretch of the imagination. An absolutely huge loss on the sack. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Lance. Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bears take over.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back. But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 49 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now it's Fields. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter play. Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the 1st down sack. Fields, they'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and forever. Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this 1st down. Going for the deep ball. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off of play action, here's Lance. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Lance. And they corral him just just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing third down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Lions are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it is 42-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. On first down, this is McCaffrey. Oh boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football.
Touchdown, Chicago! So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no zero. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have... Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by the former Lion, Darius Slay. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Fields. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Fourth down, Fields has to have this one. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he is going to have the Bears first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. To the air again, Fields. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Bears force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing his Lance on third down. He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards that time. Lance looking to throw it. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. Throwing again on second down. Lance. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out and ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete to Dotson. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A very solid gain of 27. They'll try to run this one in. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight end.
He's got a man, complete. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. This was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball.